First off, let me just say I've made some bad videos in the past, but this is probably going to be the worst. But there's just one little thing on this job that I just said I have to make a video. I'm doing this after work in my dirty garage. The tiller's not cleaned. It's a 1991 Troy-Bilt pony tiller. I'm gonna order tomorrow a new Tine shaft, new bearings, new oil seals, and I got panicked that the bronze gear might be so bad that this thing was unrepairable. So I wanted to tear it apart tonight, and I ran into something that just drove me crazy, and that's why I'm making this video. First of all, I've had it completely apart. First, you take off the tine guard that's sitting over there behind the tiller. You take off the tines. There's a bolt, 9/16 bolt, goes through that hole that holds the tines on. These were so bad I actually had to pull them off with a snap-on gear puller. Then this plate has 5 3/8 screws in it. You take this off, and when I took this off, I couldn't even find the bolts. It was all just caked in crap. This thing's been leaking for years. Haven't cleaned it. Dirt got in it. There's the seal. Need to remove the seals and replace the seals. But the only reason I'm making this video is when I went to pull the shaft and the gear, I'm sitting here like, this gear is not coming out this hole. There's no way this gear's coming out this hole because the teeth aren't lining up, and I can't move it, and I'm twisting it, and I'm hitting it with a rubber mallet, and I'm like, man, I'm going to mess up this bronze gear, and this thing's going to be done. I'm not going to be able to replace this bronze gear. So what you do is, these are 2 mounting bolts, these 9/16 here that have to be removed to remove the tine guard. These 3 3/8 here, this triangle, they hold this end cap in. Okay, you take this end cap out. On my model, and yours may be different, there were 2 spacers, 2 washers. The skinny one was on the outside, the fatter one was on the inside. And then the bearing race. You have to take a pick or a flathead screwdriver or something and try not to scratch the race. It's not good to scratch a race, but I'm telling you, I've killed a lot of tillers before. This one's been a good one, and I just wanted to fix it. And you just back this race out enough. You don't have to totally remove it, although you could totally remove it. It actually moves pretty easy. It's not like a wheel bearing race. It moves quite easily, really. It's not like you got to press it or anything. But just work this race out enough that shaft, the top shaft there, will go up. And then when that top shaft goes up enough, this bronze gear and shaft and bearings will just pull out. And I mean, you can see how bad where the tine holders bolted into the shaft, how they've wallered it out so bad. And it was so bad I had to grind the shaft down just to get the bearing to slide off. Okay, it's actually, I'm gonna order the Troy-Bilt ones, but I'm sure you could just take this bearing someplace and it's a common bearing. This is the bronze gear, which this one does have a little bit of damage on it, but it's not that bad. And it was just sliding off. I just had it out. I'm gonna have to hit it. But anyway, be careful with the bronze gear, because as far as I know right now, you cannot get the bronze gear. You can still get the shaft, you can still get the bearings, you can still get the seals. Tine holders may be a little harder, but they can be found. But as far as I know, you cannot get this bronze gear. I hope this helps somebody. It was driving me crazy. You have a good day now. Well, I told you this was going to be a bad video. I can't even turn it off. It just doesn't want to end.